Samsung's upcoming foldable phone is supposedly shrinking down as the screen is going broader with super thin bezels. With the Galaxy Z Fold 7 unveiling creeping closer, a new leak may have jumped the gun and disclosed the entire size dimensions for what might be one of the top foldables entering the market this year. Fresh off the debut of the Galaxy S25 earlier this year, Samsung is now setting its eyes on another huge launch only a few months ahead. Everyone pretty much knows it's Samsung foldable season. And although several of rumors have gone around previously, the newest scoop reveals the entire size breakdown on the Z Fold 7. Based on all the talk thus far, the next Z Fold 7 is shaping up to be Samsung's slimmest foldable ever. It's not verified, but seasoned leaker UniverseIce is backing it up, throwing down the precise stats on exactly how narrow, broad, and enormous this gadget is going to be. According to this newest rumor, the Z Fold 7 measures 158.4mm long, 143.1mm wide, and only 3.9mm thick when unfolded. If it checks out, it'll be Samsung's tallest, broadest, and thinnest foldable ever. So the Z Fold 6 measures in at 153.5 by 132.6 by 5.6mm, while the Fold SE reaches 157.9 by 142.6 by 4.9mm. Ice Universe also indicates that the Z Fold 7's bezels are being chopped down. We're talking only 1mm around the inner screen, compared to 1.9mm on the prior model. Even the outside display's border is becoming tiny, resting at just 1.2mm. Trimming those bezels isn't just for show, it also helps the screen seem more immersive and give the overall device a cleaner, more expensive appearance. It may seem like a little adjustment, but with the Z Fold 7, it's a significant deal. If this leak is on point, don't be astonished if the Fold 6 ends up appearing a touch old school compared to its sharper, cleaner follow-up. Samsung is apparently ready to introduce its next generation foldable smartphones, including the Galaxy Z Fold 7. These foldable phones are supposed to be the headliners of Samsung's next Unpacked presentation, which is slated to place in July 2025. While there's currently very little known about the Z Flip 7, early rumors hint that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 may come with several intriguing enhancements. The Z Fold 7 will also have an 8.2-inch inner AMOLED screen and a 6.5-inch outside AMOLED display. Under the hood, this luxury foldable smartphone is said to be powered by the at long last the size comparison and thickness of the next Samsung Z Fold 7 have been disclosed by a highly trustworthy industry source. The Fold 7 will be substantially bigger than its predecessor and also much thinner while featuring a less noticeable seam across its display. Reaching nearly ludicrous levels, currently the Z Fold 7 will feature a primary display that is 8 inches wide compared to the Fold 6, which had a display size of 7.6 inches. Samsung's newest foldable seems huge compared to the Fold 6, both vertically and horizontally. Furthermore, the Fold 7 also features significantly smaller bezels, which allows it to seem even bigger when set next to its predecessor. There was some ridiculous speculation circulating around a few days ago that suggested that the Fold 7 might be even thinner than the Oppo Find N5. While it has proved out to be inaccurate, Samsung has clearly made a lot of advancements in its design. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is just approximately 9mm thick when folded. For contrast, the Fold 6 is 12.1mm thick when folded. The Fold 7 is also thinner than the Fold 6 when unfolded, 4mm versus 5.6mm. Having display bezels that are an amazingly low 0.5mm thick also helps the phone seem stunning. The display bezels on the Fold 6 are 1.9mm thick and 1.32mm on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, which is the company's newest flagship. However, despite the extremely welcome gains in size and thickness, there are a few disappointing hardware decisions holding the Fold 7 back. Most crucially of all, at least in my perspective, the Fold 7 is apparently still going to feature the 4,400 mAh battery that the Fold 6 has. Furthermore, the Fold 7 will keep the often mocked 25-watt charging speed. If the crease is greatly enhanced and the Snapdragon 8 Elite CPU gives longer battery life, then the Fold 7 will be one of the greatest foldables of 2025. With the debut of the Galaxy S25 series and the difficult rollout of the One UI 7 behind it, Samsung is now likely focused on the release of its next big devices, the Z Fold 7. Over the previous 3 years, the business has steadily adjusted its foldables launch date, delivering them somewhat earlier each time. A rumor from the Jungang suggests Samsung will conduct an Unpacked event in New York in early July to announce the Z Fold 7. The firm last conducted an Unpacked event in New York in 2022, when it announced the Galaxy Z Fold 4. For instance, it staged the Unpacked event for the Galaxy S25 in San Jose, California, while the launch event for the Z Fold 6 took place in Paris, France, on July 10th last year. Considering that July 4th is a huge holiday in the US, Samsung may conduct the Z Fold 7's Unpacked event on July 7th, only 3 days sooner than last year. Or it might push the timeframe even farther, introducing the phones on July 1st or 2nd, ahead of the US Independence Day. The Z Fold 6 was an evolutionary update over the Fold 5, including speedier internals and a slightly bigger display. Leaks suggest this won't be the case with the Z Fold 7 this year. Samsung won't substantially revamp its flagship foldable, but it will make more changes than it has in the prior 3 iterations. Supposedly, the Fold 7 might be the slimmest foldable ever, with a thickness of less than 10 mm when folded. It will also expand in size, including a bigger 8-inch foldable screen. Rumors claim Samsung might employ the S25 Ultra's main 200 megapixels camera for the Z Fold 7. It may even improve the resolution of the under-display camera for enhanced clarity and detail. However, it is still too early to corroborate these reports, particularly until a more credible source backs them. So how is Samsung reacting to this threat with the Z Fold 7, which is supposed to be due later this summer? If you judge by speculations regarding the phone's specifications, Samsung's not actually doing much of anything. Recent reports based on regulatory filings for the Z Fold 7 suggest the phone will feature the same 4000 mAh battery as its predecessor. While you'd expect the chipset powering the new phone to be more efficient than its predecessor, especially since the Z Fold 7 is in line to get the very efficient Snapdragon 8 Elite Silicon, that doesn't we're likely to see big gains later this year when we put Samsung's new foldable to the test. Other Z Fold 7 rumors show why Samsung may be unable to offer the upcoming phone much of a jump in battery size. That's because the redesigned Fold is in course to become significantly slimmer than its predecessor. There are several exceptions. The 2024 versions of the Motorola Razr and Motorola Razr Plus both averaged roughly 14 hours on our test, give or take a few minutes in either way. And given Motorola's history for providing long-lasting phones of every size and style, there's every reason to expect that the 2025 iterations of the foldable flip phone, led by the Motorola Razr Ultra 2025, will set the trend again. Otherwise, the timeframes we've observed are quite similar to normal for the smartphone category as a whole, the exception being that these phones all cost more than $1,000. And Samsung's newest foldable phones are distinctive for being bunched at the rear of the group. I want to be fair to foldable phones as a whole and emphasize that these figures are heading in the right way, even if the results don't bring them anywhere near our top phone battery life list. Foldable battery times used to dip significantly below the average result for smartphones, so we're seeing some development on that front. But when you compare these durations to what flagships with traditional designs are capable of, it clearly demonstrates how battery life is a foldable phone issue. The Galaxy S25 Ultra and iPhone 16 Pro Max both feature huge displays, even if they don't fold out to cover as much area as, say, the Fold 6. But the Ultra and iPhone can last a long time on a charge, more than 17 hours apiece. And although the corresponding $1,299 and $1,199 beginning pricing aren't cheap by any sense of the imagination, they're hundreds of dollars cheaper than the $1,899 you'd have to spend for the Samsung Galaxy Fold. Specifically, a report from well-regarded leaker UniverseIce suggests that the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will be 3.9 mm thin when it's open and 8.9 mm thin when it's folded shut. That compares to comparable measures of 5.6 mm and 12.6 mm for the Galaxy Z Fold 6. I can see the drive to make foldable phones thinner. The calling card for foldables is the ability to carry about a device with a tablet-sized screen in your pocket, and slimming down that device makes sliding it into your pocket that much simpler. Still, what do I care if it's simpler to carry about my foldable phone? But I still have to have a charger with me at all times and hope that there's a free outlet or charging pad wherever I'm heading to. Every design choice with a phone entails trade-offs, but Samsung appears eager to compromise battery life when that's one of the key reasons why consumers may be hesitant to accept foldables. As with any time we're dealing with speculations concerning unreleased phones, the truth of the Z Fold 7 might turn out to be very different from the image that the newest rumors are presenting. And as I stated before, maybe the Snapdragon 8 Elite scheduled to power the upcoming foldable will make a world of difference when it comes to battery management. The processor surely as for previous phones announced this year. But as much as anything, I truly appreciate battery life on a phone. I want a gadget where I don't have to bother about charging it from the time I wake up to the moment I go to bed. And if I forget to plug my gadget in overnight, it's not the end of the world, as there's still enough of charge left in it to get me started the following day. Foldable phones don't give that right now. And until they start, I can't consider them seriously as an alternative for the device I use on a daily basis. So, that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.